A lot has happened with Olori Tobi lately, and her ability to survive, her ability to keep moving, her ability to, sustain her energy, it is questionable. Yes, because with every single thing that has happened with Tobi, it is only safe we ask Tobi herself that, Tobi, are you okay? Yes, it is safe that someone gets to ask her that question. Because right now, Ooni's lawyer has served Tobi an eviction letter, and that letter clearly states that she's supposed to move every of her belongings out of the Ooni's palace and never to return again. And this is just one singular person who have received a lot of rejection lately, and over time Tobi has been from one place to another, single-handedly making sure that she tries by all means to win the Oni back. She even took her family with her to Akure to go beg Olori Naomi. And when she went there, she started confessing, telling Olori Naomi the plans, all that she had in mind, all she was going to do, every single thing. And then it became a thing to question. So with all of these things you are telling Naomi, then you expect her to arise and say that, okay, Tobi, no problem, I've forgiven you, and let the matter make it just be. Naomi is a human being. Naomi is a human being who has blood flowing through her veins. But the way this woman will casually make it look like she's just there like a statue. She's not supposed to complain. She's not supposed to say anything. She's just supposed to be there as Naomi. It is beginning to be a thing of concern as well. So as the matter is on ground right now, no, Tobi have received a notice, and that notice is to take place with immediate effect. Immediate effect. She is supposed to pack every of her belongings out of the palace and never ever return. My people, we might want to at this point pity Tobi at the midst of this matter, but remember that moment where a DNA test was found that those children does not belong to Tobi. That was the best moment. Tobi would have called her husband aside in the absence of the prominent men, the elders, and every other person concerned on this matter. Tobi would have called the Ooni and told him that, see, this is it, this is it, this happened, and things are like this. But Tobi refused. Even when the Ooni found the surrogate mother, Tobi did not confide any single thing in the Ooni, neither did she even want to let him know that this is what is on ground. This is how things are turning out. Tobi did not accept. When Ooni even had to go to the point of trying to run a paternity test was because the woman was not being truthful. Tobi was not being truthful at any point at all. Miriam brought her own evidence. They got Ooni more curious. It was even Miriam's own evidence that pushed the Ooni to even run that paternity test to be sure. But Tobi will not even allow anybody to see her children. She will hide her children. When when it became so obvious that, God, this thing is over, it was that moment when the breast milk that was found was tested, and that breast milk did not belong to Tobi. They just knew it was over. The only thing the Ooni was waiting for is just for the breast milk to match the surrogate mother they had found, because that surrogate mother was coming out from time to time. She was coming out from time to time to make sure that she she gets in touch with Tobi. According to her, Tobi had bleached the agreement. What Tobi was doing was not what Tobi had said to her. So my people, the whole matter right now is just one singular concern, and that singular concern is the fact that Tobi has been asked to move her things, every single thing, out of the palace. Remember that Tobi has been sent out of the Ikoyi mansion. Yes, she has been sent out of the Ikoyi mansion. And knowing fully well that Tobi had that mansion like a precious gold or a piece of gold placed in her palm, we say really, really sorry. If I will send our sympathies across to her. Because any single time any small thing happens in the palace, Tobi is already on her way to Lagos. Where are you going to? Ikoyi mansion. When Naomi became the one in charge because the court ruled in her favor, the first thing Tobi did in the morning was like, I'm going back to the Ikoyi mansion. I cannot sit here and watch Naomi rule over the palace. And then today, Tobi have lost that precious Ikoyi mansion that she kept on going to over and over again. The same way Mariam tried to take over the one in Lekki, and she was told that know your place. My people, Olori Tobi has really done. Going to see the Brazilian seer, a lot of persons. Tobi have done a lot of things, a lot of things. But you see, when a battle is not yours to win, there is nothing you can do to enable you win it. When a battle is not yours to win, nothing at all you can do to enable you win it. Because though this battle Tobi has fought, they were not hers. Tobi even got herself involved in things she should have stayed away from. When these women were endlessly fighting Naomi in the palace, it was no place. Tobi had no place in this thing at all to get herself involved in. Tobi had no place in this thing at all to say that let me join on the fight. Look at when these women heard that Naomi was coming back sometime last year. That was towards the end of the year. The first thing these women could do was to make sure that they look for someone who would pretend to be pregnant. Tobi have known, Tobi have followed, Tobi have seen how these things have failed. Tobi has seen how these things have not favored this woman. Tobi have seen how these things have not even been in favor of any of these women. Yet Tobi still goes ahead to get involved. She still goes ahead to do all of these things, and today they have all backfired on her. One thing about the Ooni is that try not to lie to him. He might not know all, he might not know all the details, but try not to lie to him. It is very important. It's of great importance that if you're around the Oni, even if you call yourself his wife, if you call yourself his entitlement, but try not to lie. One thing the Oni said to Ronke when it all went sour with her pregnancy saga was that the truth would definitely come out. See, this thing is nature. It is nature. DNA test is now available. You can even know who is a father, who is a mother of a child. That is it. You can know. And these women behaving at most times in the palace that the Ooni is so ignorant, he's not civilized. It is always something that one would want to laugh. Because when Ronke did her own, that it did not end well, I don't know how she was thinking that she was going to manipulate nature. I don't know how she was thinking that she was going to maneuver and see that she would cross over all of these things. Nobody gets to know how these women reason their things. But at the end of the day, they end up with consequences all over them. The same way all of these women are ending up with it right now. And Tobi has received the notice to pack with immediate effect and leave the palace. Where is she leaving to? She definitely has a family. Will her family be ready to take her back? The last time her family asked her to calm down, but she refused.